วัสดีค่ะ A warm welcome to our participants around the world. Welcome to Hack VCIS. This is Thailand's first student-run international hackathon, live hosting now in the leading international school, Vari Chiang Mai International School in Thailand.
สวัสดีค่ะขอยินดีต้อนรับทุกท่านเข้าสู่งาน Hack VCS ค่ะ Hack VCS เป็นแฮกเกอร์ตอนแรกของประเทศไทยที่ถูกจัดขึ้นมาโดยนักเรียนตอนนี้พวกเราไลฟ์มาจากโรงเรียนนานาชาติวารีเชียงใหม่ซึ่งเป็นหนึ่งในโรงเรียนอินเตอร์ชั้นนำในประเทศไทยค่ะ
My name is Scarlett,
and my name is น้ำอุ่น
We are the students of Vari Chiang Mai International School,
พวกเรามาจากโรงเรียนนานาชาติวารีเชียงใหม่
and we will be your MC for Hack VCIS.
แล้ววันนี้เราจะมาเป็นพิธีกรในงาน Hack VCIS ค่ะ
This event has taken the COVID-19 prevention and control measures into account. Us too have both taken an ATK test prior to the event.
การจัดงานในครั้งนี้จัดขึ้นตามมาตรการป้องกันและควบคุมโรคโควิด -19 พวกเราได้ตรวจ ATK กันเรียบร้อยแล้วค่ะ
Hack VCIS crystallized from the idea to stimulate the tackling of global issues by global youth. The four main tracks, healthcare, sustainability, finance, and education issues are prevalent anywhere around the world and therefore need ingenious ideas of yours to deal with.
Hack VCS มีเป้าหมายที่จะเพิ่มการแก้ปัญหาโลกโดยเยาวชน แทร็กหลักๆของเรามี 4 แทร็กค่ะ ระบบการดูแลสุขภาพ สิ่งแวดล้อม การเงิน และการศึกษา ปัญหาเหล่านี้เป็นปัญหาที่ปรากฏอยู่ในทุกซอกมุมโลก และไอเดียของพวกคุณนี่แหละที่จะมาสร้างจุดจบให้กับปัญหาพวกนี้ค่ะ
Hackathons let people innovate new ideas and implementable in the real world and create a remarkable impact. Hack VCIS is a student hackathon and will spontaneously aim to provide an opportunity for teenagers to explore the world of technology and digital development.
แฮกเกอร์ตอนนี้จะเปิดโอกาสให้ผู้คนมาสร้างสรรค์และประดิษฐ์นวัตกรรมใหม่ๆที่สามารถถูกนำไปใช้และสร้างความแตกต่างในโลกได้จริงๆค่ะในความที่ Hack VCS ถูกจัดขึ้นมาโดยนักเรียนตั้งแต่ต้นพวกเราอยากจะเปิดโอกาสให้วัยรุ่นได้เรียนรู้เกี่ยวกับโลกแห่งเทคโนโลยีด้วยค่ะ
Within the next 36 hours, you will aim to create innovative softwares to help the global community grow. You will gain computer development and design experiences and valuable memory of teamwork with your teammates. The magnificent cash prizes also await excelling participants.
พวกคุณมีเวลา 36 ชั่วโมงในการประดิษฐ์ซอฟต์แวร์ที่จะช่วยพัฒนาโลกของเราให้ก้าวไปไกลขึ้นอีกระดับหนึ่ง พวกคุณจะได้ประสบการณ์ทางด้าน Computer Development และ Design รวมถึงความทรงจำดีๆจากมิตรภาพใหม่ๆที่คุณจะได้สร้างในวันนี้ค่ะ ขอบอกไว้ก่อนรางวัลสำหรับผลงานดีเด่นในด้านต่างๆก็มีมูลค่าไม่น้อยเลยนะคะ
Now we'd like to ask you to state your name, age, and your country of origin in Microsoft Teams username. For example, Scarlett, 17, Korea.
ขอรบกวนทุกๆคนเปลี่ยนชื่อ Microsoft Teams ของตัวเองเป็นชื่ออายุและประเทศของตัวเองค่ะ อย่างเช่น น้ำอุ่น 16 Thailand.
Before we start, we'd like to invite our lead organizer, Huv Barit, to the stage.
ก่อนอื่นขอเรียนเชิญคุณฮับวาริส Lead Organizer ของงานนี้ค่ะ
Good evening, everyone. I'm Hub Varith, the lead organizer of Hack VCIS. At Hack VCIS, our main goal is to embrace participants' creativity and to provide a safe zone for our participants to explore, learn new skills, and create innovation using their own creativity. Therefore, everyone is here to explore new technical skills, which would be a foundation to create new innovative solutions to real-world problems in the future. I would like to thank all the participants and the Hack VCIS team who made this event happen. And remember, the future of technology is in your hands. Good luck.
Thank you for your speech.
ขอบคุณค่ะ
Let us introduce you to our two prestigious speakers, Dr. Panat Chairatana and Mr. Jeff Hamilton.
ขอแนะนำสปีกเกอร์รับเชิญสุดพิเศษของเรา2 คนค่ะ ดร. พันอาจชัยรัตน์และคุณเจฟแฮมิลตันค่ะ
Unfortunately, Dr. Panat could not make a live speech, so we will present to you a video from him.
เนื่องจากวันนี้ดร. พันอาจติดธุระด่วนจึงมาไม่ได้ค่ะ ท่านได้ส่งวิดีโอเข้ามาให้พวกเราดูแทน
สวัสดีครับ Greeting from Bangkok. My name is Panat Chairat. I am the Executive Director of National Innovation Agencies of Thailand. under Ministry of Higher Education, Science, Research and Innovation. I would like to welcome the young mind from India, Philippines, Hong Kong, Taiwan, and also Thailand. And I would like to thank Wari International School to organize this event. My topic that the organizer asked me to elaborate today with you is about how to innovate during the pandemics and the impacts of such a disruption. Let me start talking about what coincidence for this week. I would say recently I just went to one event, the United Nations Education Day. It is a United International Days on Education and Teaching in a school level. I was asked to be a keynote speaker on that event. There are the school students, high school students from PIM, Panyapiwat International College, to pitch. They're trying to perform as a team to be the entrepreneur and startups. That's very impressive because we got quite a few numbers of delegates from many embassies. Some ambassadors joined such an event, and also some universities, professors, and executives, which is timely because in the past we mainly focus on developing university students to be entrepreneur, which has been quite new, not only in Thailand but also in many Asian countries. But I believe that for the past 5 years, we started to have such a talented in the campus turn to be entrepreneur and co-founder. But for around 2 or 3 years ago, we start to dig deeper, to work with school. That's why young talent is very important. And this event and also our events are mainly, I would say, a strong evidence of a new trend among high school students or even younger to accelerate themselves to be co-founder of startup company or think about how to be entrepreneur. But first, let me elaborate on the worldview at this moment. The next slide show you at least 3 specific crises that is going to change the world at this moment. The first one is on pandemic, COVID-19. The second one is on economic crisis. And the biggest one is climate change. You may ask, what about the current conflict situation or war between 2 countries at this moment? It caused from economic crisis anyway. You can call it Cold War, but anyway, because of the scarcities of resource. At the end of the day, you are talking about the money of the power of money, how you can control and how you can manipulate economies of such economy all around the world. But first, about pandemic, it is not only COVID-19. I believe you may heard about ABS, the African disease that caused hawk. Sorry, it's caused pig to get a disease, animal disease. Not only pig, but also it vary from region to region. Some regions, they have a pandemic in a different disease, in a different animal, maybe cows, maybe duck. We are going to live with this kind of so-called emerging disease and pandemic. We need to wear masks not only for pandemic but also for climate change because of COVID-19 and also because of PM 2.5, not only in Thailand but all around the world, particularly in Asia. Economic crisis you will see because of we need to do social distancing, and then it's become a new normal, and people getting in a very big trouble. Your parents too, on the way they can earn money. Right now we are talking about economic distancing, but the biggest one is on how technological change. We are talking about AI. We are talking about technology that drive our society and economic situation. How one country can manipulate and control your resource and also even your mind, your thinking model, because of a new economy. We call techno-economics, right? AI, robotic, or even immersive technology, and now we are very keen to migrate ourselves into metaverse. But all in all, you consume a lot of energy. You use a lot of natural resources. Then it causes climate change. If you take a look on news this week, there's more news apart from war, apart from pandemic. The ice cap in southern atmosphere along the Argentina coastline melt down, and it's very fast. For the last 3 decades, this is the biggest melting event. So you can see that we will experience sea level that's around the coastal city gonna rise. You will see a lot of big haze-fire, also a lot of so-called temperature rising or temperature drop down. This is another war. That's why we are talking about 3 crises that are going to change our world. What gonna do? What will we disrupt, right? Next slide, we'll talk about 5 specific things that I believe it will change and it will transform the way we innovate. So in that sense, we already touched upon the first one, global challenge in 3 specific crises. And then we already touched a little bit on the emerging of deep technology, AI, metaverse, or a lot of buzzwords that you require technology or even quantum computing. That's they predict to change the world we develop our business and also we do transaction. We are talking about the way that banking sector is going to change a lot because of decentralization of finance, how digital money going to change our view and also our living standard or even our lifestyle. And then supply chain, the way we commute, the way we do logistics, the way we manufacture products, or even the way we live and work together, do some activities in the cities. It will change because of supply chain, because of cost of energy rising. Now you already experience very expensive energy price. Today news, the day that I record this, Sri Lanka haven't got enough energy reserve. People need to work at least 7 hours for petrol. It's become a real thing. I remember this kind of situation when I was a child, when I was a high school student. That's 40 years ago. Now it's reversed into that situation. See, supply chain is gonna shift. Then the way countries or even companies gonna compete, not because of digital platform, believe me, but because of conflict, because of resource scarcity, because of new opportunities that's come together with new technologies, right? That's why you require to have a future skill. That's why we are talking about future works. You will work in the near future, maybe in the next 10 years, work for yourself or work for the company. But the way you work, it won't similar to the current situation. Let me talk or walk you through the way we think that it's very important. I think there are 5 specific dimensions for innovator, both for young generation and also for executives, just the same. We're talking about THRIVE. THRIVE, T stand for fingering idea. You have the idea, but you can perform and you can manipulate such idea and work together, right? Are resilient. I already mentioned a lot of evidence that we are going to face now and near future. So you need to have high resilience skill. And I stand for insight. You need to have a knowledge. And at this moment, skill that you can browse through a lot of so-called knowledge source, and you can have the ability to consider and to pick and to select. But be careful, the insight that you receive, you need to be very cautious regarding to where it's gonna manipulate the way you think. It will control your mind, right? So such an insight, you need to be very careful, because it can be a wisdom or it cannot be a wisdom. But in a contrary, you need to work as a bridger, not collaborator, but bridgers. You bridge among people that you may feel uncomfortable with. You bridge with people that you feel that sometimes you can call them enemy or you hate them, but you need to work and you need to live with them, because you require to have tolerance. If you want to be a global citizen, you need to have very high tolerance, and you need to work, and you need to be bridgers for understanding and trust. And this is the key for today event, right? Entrepreneurship. Because in the near future, you may work for yourself. That's why we have 5 dimensions. And I believe that STEM education, next slide will show you that STEM is not enough. Why? Because if you're talking about science, technologies, engineering, and maths, that's occupy one side of your brain, but you need to have arts. That's why we call STEAM. Having a mindset of entrepreneur, a lot of knowledge and insight, and also the way you translate the idea into something that you can you need to have art of conversation, art of communication, art of creativity, art of developing content, so that people are gonna trust you and you will trust them back. At the same time, you know how science and also technology allow you to do something that in the past you cannot do. Engineering can manipulate such a knowledge into prototype, and mathematics can control the system, right? But at the end of the day, you need to have arts to make it beautiful, to make it more attractive. That's why I think STEM for innovator is not enough. That's why we need to have STEAM for innovator. We combine business, entrepreneurship, expertise, and work on the both sides of your brain under the process of innovation. That's mainly focused on ideation. You have idea, and also you need to integrate idea and also work together with friends, and then you have implementation, do it yourself, learning by doing, and it will inspire you and allow you to have new imagination, and then you have idea again. You see, this is the circle of innovation, and this is the way that the youngster at this moment can transform themselves into in-campus or even a school entrepreneur. Today, you do not need to wait until you graduate. You can be entrepreneur now, but you need to understand the way you perform, and also the way you work together with friends, and friends not necessarily friends at your school. You can have friends all around the world. That's why this event is very prominent. I would like to thank you, Wari International School, that allow me to be a part of such a very excitement event. I would like to end this sharing by sharing with you a quote from Gary Hamel, one of strategic guru. You can't use an old map to see a new land. Good luck.
We will now pass the mic to Mr. Hamilton of Imagine Studio, Innovation and New Product Development, Faculty of Engineering in Mahidol University.
และตอนนี้ขอยินดีต้อนรับคุณเจฟ แฮมิลตันจาก Imagine Studio Innovation and New Product Development คณะวิศวกรรมศาสตร์
Mr. Hamilton, can you please start your speech now? Thank you.
Yes, okay. Hello, everybody. I am very thankful and grateful to be invited to give a talk today. And I want to kind of share with you a little bit of knowledge, but at the same time, I want to inspire you for your hackathon. So my name is Jeff Hamilton. Originally, I come from the US. I have lived and worked in Thailand for 9 years now. Currently, I work at Mahidol University. I am an industrial designer, but I also have a business and innovation background in different areas. And today I'm going to share with you a project from when I was a student. And I'm going to talk to you a little bit about design thinking. You can use design thinking even though you're not a designer. And I'm going to try to kind of tell you a story about a project that I did and then kind of apply it to the design thinking model. So in my 4th year of design school, we have to do a thesis. And when my professor asked me what did I want to do my thesis on, I told him I wanted to design a different kind of car just for young people. And I used the design thinking framework, which back then didn't even exist. Back then it was more called user-centered design. So what I do is I do many different types of research, and then I collect all this information and I define the problem that I'm really trying to solve. And then I create many potential solutions. And then I prototype those solutions. I test those solutions with my audience and I get feedback and I refine it. And I do this continuously until I have something that satisfies the greatest majority of my users. So it was 1999, before before all of you were born. um, and I bought a bunch of disposable cameras because back then there was no such thing as a digital camera that was affordable for a college student. Um, and I took a paper notebook. You have to understand the internet doesn't really exist yet. Like it exists, but it doesn't work like the way it works today. There's no such thing as YouTube or any of the things that we have in use today. So it's still kind of primitive. And for my research, I drive up and down the East Coast of the United States 2 times, and I stop to interview what I think are going to be my future customers. So I call my segment Young, Wild, and Free. These are young American people from the ages of 16 to 28. And I start by going to all the kind of big events, the things that are easy to find from newspapers and magazines. And when I go to these types of events, and in the past, the concept of like the lone genius who works all by himself and achieves something great has kind of disappeared in the 21st century. Everything is so involved and so complex. We need many different types of people with different types of skills and different types of backgrounds to come together and be able to work together. So learn how to talk to people, meet new people, make new friends, expand your network. Remember, there's always a way. You just need to find it. I was about to give up and not make my full size model because I asked a million people to donate money so I could build my prototype, and a million people said no. And right when I was about to give up, I had the good fortune of meeting the people who actually gave me a very generous check so I could build my prototype. If you believe in it, never give up on it, no matter what anyone tells you. Um, the guy who founded the company Federal Express, FedEx, when he proposed this idea in business school, his teacher told him it would never work, and the teacher gave him a C. It's now the biggest shipping company in the world. So never give up on it if you believe it. Um, and you're young, try lots of things. Develop your breadth of knowledge. Try design, try all different kinds of programming and coding, try all different kinds of things with electronics. Try many different things and find the things that fit you best. Try to find the thing that you would do, could do happily forever. So for this, I say thank you very much for your time. And I wish you all the best in this hackathon. And I look forward to seeing the results in the end. Um, so good luck, everybody.
Microsoft คะเริ่ม presentation ได้เลยค่ะ
Okay. Hello everyone สวัสดีค่ะ Hello. Okay, I can start present now, right?
Yes, you can start.
Okay. Wait a minute. Try to minimize everything. Hi everyone. This is Sirinut. Just call me PB. So in Thai, we call the the elder person P, right? So just call me PB. I am the education sales director in Microsoft. I'm also a PhD candidate for information technology for education. So welcome everyone to Hack Week. So I call this the event that organized by Hub. So I think that, but on behalf of Microsoft, I think that you have gone into the session where we organize the training by P Chang, right? P Chang Pantip, he's the very well technical knowledge on Microsoft technology. But today I like to spend time with you on the introducing the program from Microsoft. That I think that after this hackathon with Hacker Week, so you can also apply for Imagine Cup Junior. I think that I like to go through the video so that you can understand, what is the Imagine Cup Junior about. Okay, so I think you can see that, I think that's something that everyone are excited about, how AI, become part of our day-to-day life. I think all of you, I think that you have a very good skill in technology. So I think that this is the very good opportunity for you to help, enhance your computer science skill with the Microsoft Imagine Cup Junior. So I think that is basically another hackathon programs that you can enjoy. But the thing is, we think that the event will be something that you can submit your proposal. Your proposal is basically something that you get together in a group. So you can bring your friends from this group, join you to drive some initiative on Microsoft Imagine Cup Junior. What you need to do is to try to come up with an idea. What do you want to do for the world to the using the AI? What is so that we call AI for good. AI for good, meaning that we use the AI. How could you think AI can help us, help everyone, help someone improve their life, have a better life, have a better insight, in terms of whatever they've been doing, right? Whether in healthcare services, whether in the earth climate change whether it's about the agriculture, it's about the culture heritage, or something that we think that is make a better world, right? But not only we specifically try to enhance the idea of AI, artificial intelligence in this case, and I think at the same time we will provide you the learning modules in terms of AI and deep learning. So I think that this is something that is very good for your learning and also your idea of doing things, right? So I will go to the website. Let me minimize this. Okay. Here's another video on. Okay, so I think that now we are already open for the registration, right? So I think that you can basically go to this website. I'll copy this to you, and then I'll put on the chat box so that you can go to the website. And now we already open since February 3rd. So the deadline is May 12th. So I think now everyone, every student in Microsoft or in every country now we promoting this activity. So I think it's not only in Thailand, but I think it's in the global that we think that we can draw attention from many students around the world. So the idea of submission is actually only you put something in the PowerPoint, you put your idea, you put your initiative, you think about, what you will do to help this world, have a well-being in terms of, using the AI technology. So I think, I think that is something that we think that is very useful and it's good for, all your teams, you can do something having fun during the school break, right? So I think if you got listed in this Imagine Cup Junior, it means that you are very qualified for the Microsoft Imagine Cup, because next in the next level, when you go to the university will also have the hackathon program called Imagine Cup, right? So the cup is to have more sophisticated, complicated challenge for you to participate. Okay, that will be all from my side. Enjoy your day. Thank you so much. You have any questions? Right.
There's no question. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you. I may leave now.
Yes, thank you very much for your speech.
คุณไบร์ทแคปเจอร์หน้าจอให้หน่อยครับ
ได้เลยครับพี่บีเรียบร้อยครับ
Connect
others' projects.
ต่อจากนั้นระหว่างที่กรรมการกำลังตัดสินผู้ชนะจะมี Q&A ระหว่างทีมซึ่งทั้ง5ทีมและผู้เข้าร่วมคนอื่นๆจะมีโอกาสแลกเปลี่ยนไอเดียระหว่างกันและกันจุดเด่นของทีมคุณคืออะไรที่ทำให้ผ่านเข้ามาในรอบสุดท้ายได้ในช่วงเวลานี้ทุกคนสามารถจะถามคำถามเกี่ยวกับโปรเจกต์ของทีมอื่นได้อย่างอิสระค่ะ
Once the decision is made, we will announce the winners. If you have any questions, feel free to text us into the chat box, either publicly or privately.
เมื่อกรรมการได้ตัดสินเสร็จแล้วเราจะประกาศผู้ชนะการแข่งขันถ้าใครมีคำถามอะไรเกี่ยวกับตารางหรือ HackVCIS สามารถถามเข้ามาในแชทบ็อกซ์ส่วนรวมหรือส่วนตัวได้เลยค่ะ
Now we would like to present to you how to hand in your work via DevPost and how to upload source code of your software.
และตอนนี้เราจะมาดูวิธีการส่งผลงานผ่าน DevPost และวิธีอัปโหลด source code ของซอฟต์แวร์กันค่ะ
We'll post a video later on the channel. Sorry for the technical difficulty. Once the submission date passes, the judges will start careful evaluation of your work. There are 2 rounds of judging. In the first round, among the projects handed in via DevPost, 5 finalists full in potential will be announced. The finalists earn 5 minutes to pitch in front of the judges for a Q&A session.
หลังจากได้ส่งโปรเจกต์ครบหมดแล้วซึ่งเดี๋ยวเราจะโพสต์วิดีโอในการสอนการส่งโปรเจกต์นะคะกรรมการจะเริ่มตัดสินผลงานของทุกคนโดยการตัดสินจะมีอยู่2ยกแรกโปรเจกต์ทั้งหมดจะถูกคัดเลือกจะได้เข้าผู้ชิงได้ผู้เข้าชิงทั้งหมด5คนผู้เข้าชิงแต่ละทีมจะมีเวลา5นาทีในการตอบคำถามต่อหน้ากรรมการในช่วง Q&A ค่ะหลังจากนั้นเราจะประกาศผู้ชนะในแต่ละ track
Remember, hacking starts at 8 p.m. in Bangkok time. Good luck hacking, hackers!
อย่าลืมเราจะเริ่มแฮกกันตอน2 ทุ่มขอให้ทุกคนโชคดีค่ะ Thank you and สวัสดีค่ะ